I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. One with God. I am. I am one with God. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open, 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 open. Open, 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 open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Open, 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 open. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love.
Good morning, Unity. I'm Reverend John Riley, and I have the joy of serving as your senior minister. And what a pleasure it is to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. Unity is part of a global spiritual community. We are welcoming and inclusive to people from all walks of life and all backgrounds, and we're just so grateful that you're here today. Thank you for being a part of our spiritual experience here today. Whether you're online, whether you're in person, whether you're watching during the week, know that you're in the right place at the right time right now. Yes? For God is present in your life in this very moment, and that is the truth of it. We're so blessed this morning to have with us Joe Angeles as our platform leader. Russell Norman is on piano. Marta LeDuc is our soloist. And so we will begin our service with our opening songs. I'll invite you all to stand as Marta leads us in song.
I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. All right, I know you know this one real well, so here we go. Sing it loud and proud so everybody can hear us. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me good. I send my good over the mountains. I send my good over the sea. I send my good into the heavens, and it returns to me. Love, I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Yes, it returns to me.
Good morning. How are you this morning? Good. I am Joe Angeles. It's been an honor and a privilege to be your platform leader for I don't know how many years now. And the cool thing about our spiritual movement is that we only have 5 spiritual principles that guide us on our spiritual path. And if you're a cook like I am, very basic, 5 works, 5 ingredients works. So I love the fact that we only have 5. And the first one, the first ingredient, or the first principle, God is. Because there's only one power and one presence active in the universe and in our lives, God, the good, omnipotence. And for a while now, that God in my consciousness, I call it God, I call it Dad, like a father. And that Dad or that God, while it's also out there, is pretty much alive and well in here, in me, and as me, in the I am, which is the second principle, which means that God is the substance and intelligence innate in all of us and in every person. So because of that, I have a new affirmation for the I am. I call myself now, besides being I am a beloved child of God, I am God's mini-me. Yeah, would you affirm that with me? I am God's mini-me. How many of you have kids? How many of them look like you? Oh, okay. Well, same thing, right? God looks as God's mini-me. You know, I have the eyes, I have the hair of God expressed like this. I am God's mini-me. And so how do I then put that into practice or put that? The third principle, the law of mind action. Thoughts and feelings in mind produce after their kind. So going about the world, I am God's mini-me. Guess how I'm going to show up to the world? God's mini-me. And the best way for me to do that is through our fourth principle, the practice of meditation and prayer, because it's only then can I connect to that truth, the creative, constructive power of God to work in me and through me. So I show up to the world as God's mini-me. So when I show up for number 5, the daily application, the daily practice is that as I show up like that, I become more and more of God, become more and more of that divine, whether that's love, whether that's joy, that's peace. My life gets better. And guess what? In our vision statement, the world also gets better. Yes? So would you affirm this with me? Centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. And so it is.
Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you.
And that's perfect for our daily word for today, because our daily word for today is valuable. I will read the affirmation, then I will invite you to affirm it with me. As a divine being, I am valuable and irreplaceable. Would you affirm that with me? As a divine being, I am valuable and irreplaceable. Each person is a spiritual being, made in the image and likeness of God, blessed with a variety of spiritual gifts we share in different ways. The world needs my unique spiritual contributions. When I see myself this way, I become newly aware of my value as a member of the human family, more confident in myself as I shine the light of God as only I can. Living in the awareness of my value helps others see it too. I leave behind critical or negative opinions I may have held about myself and treat myself as the divine being I am. Like a beautiful gemstone, I too am a precious jewel among so many others. Together, we sparkle and shine. From Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created humankind in his image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them.
I love you, Lord, For your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest nights. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend, and I have lived of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything, yeah. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh yeah, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, all my life, yes, I will sing. I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God.
Good morning, Unity. Welcome. It's so nice to see you all here today. Before I begin my talk, I do want to let you know that today is Joe Angelis's final Sunday for the time being here at Unity Palo Alto. Would you please give her a big round of applause? So there's two special things that I'd like for us to think about. First off, there is a table out in the courtyard with, you'll see it just around the corner in front of the drinking fountains with little notepads and pens that you can write a special note to Joe and stick it in the jar so that she can take that energy and that love from you with her. The second thing is that this is a prayer shawl that was created by Sarah Ann, our wonderful prayer chaplain. And this prayer shawl is a gift to Joe's mother, who is the young age of 95, has plenty of years to go. So this is for us. And what we're going to do is pass this around the sanctuary, leave it in the bag, but just give it your love and your blessing. Give it a moment of infusing it with your love and your energy so that it goes with Unity Palo Alto. We all go with Joe and bless her mother along the way. So I'll give that to Joe, and we're going to pass that around. Well, welcome. I'd like to tell you a story. A few weeks ago, I think it was Father's Day, so about a month ago, my family and I went out for a hike up in the hills. And it was a beautiful, warm summer day, just like it is today. And it was just a couple-hour hike. And the wonderful thing about our hills up here is that they have wonderful trails, beautiful trails. Now, along the way, I made sure to tell them that along the trail, you will run into this thing called poison oak. Anybody ever run into poison oak in their life? Oh, a lot of us have run into poison oak. Now, the thing about poison oak, which, unless you're here in California or the West Coast, you may not know, it's very toxic. The oil on it can cause great rashes and itching, and heaven forbid if you ingest it or breathe it in, as it happens, sometimes it gets burnt. So, and it's beautiful, and it's a little shrub that is all along the trails, and in the autumn it turns beautiful red colors, but I tell you, do not touch it. Now, I learned this lesson early on as I was a kid because my parents, we grew up in Southern California in the middle of the city. In Anaheim, it was just flat city forever, no poison oak there. But what we did was go camping up in the hills, and my parents bought 12 acres up in a little town called Oakers, California. And we didn't move there, but we were to build a house there for my parents to move there. And it is filled with beautiful oaks and some ponderosa pine and all kinds of beautiful wildlife and creatures, including a tremendous supply of poison oak. So I learned very early on, my parents were very clear, this is poison oak, don't touch it. Well, along the way, I remember my mom just brushed up against it, and on her pants, she got a little spot of poison oak. And the oil is so thick that it soaked through, and it gave her a little rash. Now, it didn't matter. We had this, there was a wives' tale. I don't know if it's true or not, but bay leaf, if you boil bay leaf in that water, that oil can remove the poison oak. I don't know if it's true or not, but I remember growing up, after we'd be working, clearing the land and getting ready, making the paths to get to our house and for the house, we would then take our bay leaf bath. Anybody take a bay leaf bath before? Nope. Okay. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But I don't know if it's real or not. I never got poison oak, but what's interesting is no matter how much she tried, we soaked those jeans in bay leaf, we washed them, put them through the washing machine several times. It didn't matter. Every time she put on the jeans, she would get a rash on her leg. So the point was, it was just time to throw the jeans away. Now, this is a big deal for my mom, throwing away a pair of jeans. But we eventually did that. So sometimes in life, this is a great metaphor, I think, for life, because on our journey in life, there's going to be an overgrowth of things. There are going to be critters out in the wild. There are going to be critters in our life. There's going to be some poison oak, some toxicity. And as long as we're aware of it and stay away from it and stay on the path, you'll be fine. And if you go up to the hills up there, just take a look and notice the poison oak will be right there. Don't touch it. There's my PSA for the day. So in our journey in life, we're going to run into things like this, where the path may seem overgrown. We're going to run into things like we did at Oakers, where we get there and it's just wide open possibility. Wide open, no path created yet. And so on this journey, we may find that it can be challenging. Anybody have challenges with the toxicity in your life around you? Only a third of us. That's great. Everyone else is so well adjusted. Congratulations. But there are things that happen in life that start to itch at us. There are things that happen in life that start to create that mental rash within us, yes? So on this journey in life, we need to decide how can we proceed and how do we actually find that path that we might consider to be the best path for us, the highest and best for us. I don't want to say the right path because I don't want to judge it as right or wrong. I don't want that idea yet because sometimes those paths are a little difficult. Now, in ministerial school, as I was growing up in ministry and learning, there were 3 questions that we're taught to ask ourselves when we're trying to discern which path to take. When we come upon multiple opportunities for us, which road is the right road to take? And when we get to a spot in the path where it's overgrown, when it's filled with poison oak, where we're not quite seeing the right way to go, what are we supposed to do? So these 3 questions are things that I would like to share with you today that were, I think, originally brought to us by Reverend Tom Thorpe back in the day. And so these are wonderful questions for us to ask in that discernment of what is mine to do. We talk a lot about being versus doing. We've been talking a lot about being today, or this last few months, haven't we? You remember back in the first of the year when we did our Whitestone service, where we had our word for the year, this is who I've come here to be. And if you don't remember, go out and look at the bulletin board because there are all of our Whitestone words up there reminding us of here's how we're supposed to be. But the question that comes up is how do I be that in the things that I'm doing? What's mine to do? So it's important for us to look at this aspect of it. So question number 1, are you ready? Question number 1, is this the highest and best for everyone? When you are faced with a choice, when you are faced with a decision, the main question is this the highest and best for everyone? Not just for me, not just for the other person, but for all involved. It's important to really understand this distinction because sometimes we look at life as, well, what's just best for me and to heck with everyone else? Or we might take the other path and forget what's best for myself and just what's best for the other person, and we become a victim in that standpoint, or we let go of our own personal sense of self and strength. So it's really important for us to look at the whole package. What's the highest and best for everyone? And there's one key ingredient that we want to use, and that is love. One of the best definitions of love that I've seen is this one right here. It says, love is an energy emanating from the heart that desires nothing but the best for the object of its affection. Nothing but the best for the object of its affection. Notice it doesn't say love is something that binds and snares us together. Notice it's not saying that love is something that demands reciprocation. Ooh, everyone take a nice deep cleansing breath. So this is that love that is unconditionally flowing. And it's not the love that we are putting our conditions on or our restrictions on. It's not, love is not, what's the word I'm looking for? Extortion? I'll love you if. So this is this kind of love that is unconditional and that emanates from our heart. So if you have that love within you, you feel an energy that uplifts you. You feel an energy that is like a warm embrace. The love of God is like a warm embrace, and that's why we call it sometimes call this idea as the loving presence. That presence that is here surrounding us, that is enfolding us in love. That loving energy. So when we come with that perspective of love, then what's highest and best is naturally flowing. So to make the choice or decide what is the highest and best for everyone involved, love must be present and must be flowing through us and be emanating from our heart space, allowing that energy to flow with ease and grace. Question number 2, are the doors being opened for me to proceed? Now, how many of us have a goal in life? Have some goal in life, in work, at home? We all have something that we're striving for. Now, if you look at what you're striving for and you've made your big action plan and you're all excited about it and you go and you hit that door that just isn't opening, have you ever run into that seemingly wall? There's a door there. I know it's there. It's locked. You're pounding on it. No one's opening the door. Have you ever experienced that? So we're pounding on the door. Does somebody have a key? And meanwhile, next to it, the door's opening going, everything okay out here? You can come in this way. No, this is the door I need. It has to be this one. Okay, well, just let me know. We run into these doors, and sometimes they're not opening for us. So look around to see what door it is that's being opened for you, because sometimes the path that we have chosen, that we have decided is the right path, isn't always for the highest and best of us. If we hold that idea of the highest and best, then the way will open up for us. That divine wisdom and divine intelligence will show us the way as we move forward. So, what doors are actually being opened for us? Now, this can take some grit. It can take some determination. Because I know many people, and me included, if I have a goal and I hit the door and it's locked, they're like, oh, well, it wasn't meant to be. Let's go try something different. I give up. So instead of giving up on your goal, find the open door, because somewhere in your life there's an opportunity that's opening up for you. I love the story of Jim Henson. Everyone know who Jim Henson is. Created Sesame Street, the Muppets, created Yoda, created Kermit, created all these wonderful things. When he started, he wanted to get into television. That was his goal. He wanted to get in television. But he absolutely believed that his puppetry, the things that he did, were not for kids. He didn't want anything to do with kids. He was like, no kids. I want to speak to adults, because this puppetry is to help express and experience the things that we're all hiding and keeping hidden. But the only door that was opening for him was a small door in a town that created children's television. And so he said, okay, I'll go in that direction. That's the only door, because he held firm to his belief and his dream, and he held firm that what he had to share with the world was important. So even though he was going in a direction that made no sense to him, that he did not want to do, I think the results turned out pretty amazing, don't you? And the wisdom that has come from him, the wisdom that has come from this experience of Sesame Street, the Muppets. You know, of course, there's the best, the most important character that was ever created. What is his name? Nope. It's Beaker. Okay, maybe not Beaker. That's my favorite. He was always my favorite. But so many things that we identify with as adults today. So many things that the wisdom that we remember from Miss Piggy, the hair, representing our human desire to be beautiful, our human ego aspect of us, to Kermit, the wise little green frog, or to Yoda, the wise little green frog, I don't know. So Jim Henson had this vision and this dream, and he knew that it was for the highest and best of the world, but the door that he wanted was not open, and so he found the door that was being opened to him, and he walked through it. Question number 3. There are 3 questions. This is question number 3. When you visualize the future, what do you feel? So as you're coming to that opportunity, maybe there's a path here and a path there. Maybe there are no paths in front of you, and you're trying to figure out how to forge your way through it. Think about what the results will be. Imagine yourself, use your power of imagination to really think about what would it be like once I'm there, once I've achieved my goal. Think about all of the details, every little thing about it. What will life be like? What will your finances be like? What will your relationships be like? What will your career, what will your creativity, what will your spirituality be like? All of those details, and then take a step back and say, how does it feel, most importantly? And if you're there and it does not feel good, if you don't feel the love emanating from you, if it feels like, well, that was just a checkbox, what's next? Then it may not be the right path for you. You may be walking along and sense that, I'm just getting a very uneasy feeling about this. This isn't about determination or grit. There's just something in me that's calling me in a different direction, allowing me to change my course a little bit, to look at things a little bit differently. And then when you find that vision that is just, yes, this is it, hold on to it. Imagine that vision every day. Be that experience every day. You're not there yet, quote unquote, but you can be there in here. You can create that confidence within you, that spiritual strength within you, that sense of joy in knowing that you're heading in the right direction, even when the door is locked. Knowing that at some point I'm going to find an open door, I just keep knocking. When you knock, the door will be open to you. When you ask, the answer will be given to you. For that's the way Spirit works. When you're open and receptive to what is highest and best for you and for everyone involved. When love gets in the way. When that unconditional love starts flowing through you. So do you feel the love, the joy? Do you feel expansive? Do you feel closer to God, to Spirit, to the allness of life when you imagine yourself there? Because what you're projecting out into the future is what is real in this moment. So if there's anything blocking that, that's when it's time to throw away those old thoughts, like my mom's jeans. Throw away those old ideas. It's just time. Time to get a new idea, a new pair of jeans. Put them on, see how it fits. And just allow yourself to move in that direction, knowing that you are an expansive, creative being that is here to change the world. We are called to change the consciousness of the planet by changing the consciousness of ourselves, by lifting ourselves up and then coming together as a spiritual community to lift each other up, to spread that light into the world. We change the world. We make a positive difference in the world. The path may be overgrown at times. It may be unclear. There may be some toxicity in the path in front of us. Does anybody experience any seeming toxicity in the path before us? Yes. As a society, as a culture, as we move forward. So if we keep our eyes single, do you remember that? If we keep our eye focused on the one presence and one power, keep our eye focused on the divine within each person, keep our eye focused on that love, then we're able to move forward to hold the highest and best for all involved, to hold the highest and best and to find the open doors for ourselves and others, and to express that inner peace, strength, and joy that is ours to express. In the Apostle Paul's letter to the Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 12 to 13, he said, "Lift your drooping hands and strengthen your knees and make straight the path for your feet." It may take grit. It may take determination, devotion, dedication. It may take that spiritual inner strength to lift your hands, lift your eyes, to keep your eyes single and focused on the divine in you. And as you do, the path will open up for you. The path will be made clear. Let's move to our affirmation. I'm going to read our affirmation and then invite you to affirm it with me and allow these words to sink in with you as I read it. The spirit of wisdom within reveals the highest and best path for peace, joy, and success for me and everyone involved. Just soak that in for a moment. Are you ready? Let's affirm this together. The spirit of wisdom within reveals the highest and best path for peace, joy, and success for me and everyone involved. And so it is. Let's take this idea into our time of meditation and affirmative prayer. As we take a nice, deep, cleansing breath, I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or soften your gaze as we begin to move inward, to let go of all of the things that are around us, to let go of whatever turmoil or thoughts that are bubbling up within us, and just breathe into this present moment. As I breathe into this present moment, I relax my thoughts. As my mind begins to settle, my emotions begin to settle, they just allow them to move through us with ease and grace until we are at peace. And in this state of peace, my body begins to settle and becomes relaxed. If there's any tension, we can put our attention in our hands and our feet. Allow ourselves to be grounded in this present moment. Feel gravity and allow gravity to draw away any stress or strain. I breathe into this present moment. I know spirit within. I feel the energy of divine love emanating from my heart, the healing, harmonizing, prospering energy of spirit. It flows with ease and grace through all aspects of my thoughts, my words, my actions. It flows through my body. Every cell in my body knows its perfect work and is aligned with divine purpose. Breathing into this present moment, my mind is open and receptive to divine inspiration. I am open and receptive to divine wisdom as I breathe into the stillness of the silence. I am one with the infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom. In this consciousness, I affirm the spirit of wisdom within reveals the highest and best path for peace, joy, and success for me and everyone involved. Divine love, the healing, harmonizing, prospering energy of spirit emanates from my heart, shining in all directions, leading my path. Divine wisdom, that still small voice within me, guides me every step of the way as I imagine my bright future, my bright present, as I create my experience of life today. The healing, harmonizing, prospering energy of spirit, of love flows from me. We surround each other in this room. We surround each other online, blessing and uplifting one another. We send this love to our prayer chest and all of the prayers that have come in, knowing that divine love is doing its perfect work in this very moment to uplift, to guide, to enfold, to heal, to harmonize. And together as a spiritual community, we send this energy out into the world as we lift the consciousness of the whole. For we bless this world, this planet. We bless all of humanity. We bless all of creation. And in this moment, we lift us up to know our oneness with God. And for this truth, for this feeling of love, this experience of grace, we say thank you, Spirit, by singing the Alleluia.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah,
And with a nice, deep, cleansing breath, we allow ourselves to become present to this moment, opening our eyes if we haven't already done so, and just feel that energy of love that flows through this spiritual community, that shines through every one of you. Unity Palo Alto is here to help us discover this spiritual magnificence and to live it daily, to put it into our lives so that we can create a world that is centered in God as we co-create our world together. Our evolutionary purpose statement is that Unity Palo Alto is here to inspire us to transform our lives, spiritually transform our lives, and to make a positive difference in the world. And we're here to do that as a spiritual community. And however you'd like to support us in that practice, whether it's showing up daily with your love, your energy, whether it's volunteering for some activity, expressing your sacred service, whether it's being present or supporting our spiritual community financially. However you give with love. There are so many ways in which you can support us. If you'd like to give a donation here in the sanctuary, there's a silver box in the front that says Love Offering and a silver box in the narthex that says Love Offering. You can place your donation in there, or you can make a donation online. But however you give to the world, give with love, for it's the energy that we give to the world that we create and receive from the world. Yes? The affirmation that we say is on the screen, and I invite you to affirm it with me together. Divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful.
Yes, indeed. We are so grateful, aren't we? Yes. Let's start doing that, being grateful for our music team today, yes? To Russell and Margot. And of course, Reverend John back there, we're so grateful for our message today, for finding the right path and giving us the 3 questions. Thank you for the questions. I love questions. And of course, grateful to each and one of you. And the beautiful thing is we get to show that to each other. So I'm going to invite you all to please stand up. Okay, there's going to be a blessing. Okay, look that up. Memorize it for about 1 minute. And then face the center aisle. And before you extend your hand, I'm going to invite you actually to place it on your heart first. Place it there in your heart and feel that love and gratitude. From this place of love and gratitude, extend your hands and then say to each other, I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, and I behold the light in you. Amen. So have a seat. We have a few announcements, starting with Reverend John, the center update.
Thank you, Joe. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend John Riley. This is the center update. It's an opportunity for me to just express all of the things that are going on behind the scenes that we may not necessarily always talk about, for us to be all in alignment and know what's happening at our spiritual center. So first off, number one, first slide, please, Ethan, is our Creating the Youth program update. The nursery is open. We're supporting kids up to the age of 3 in our nursery, and we're so blessed and grateful for this opportunity for us. And our vision here is by, hopefully in the fall, to create a spiritual power of hour for the youth from all the way up through high school. So have a full youth program in the fall. That's our goal. And so we're holding that vision, yes? We're holding that energy and we're imagining what it will be like when we're there. All of the youthful energy, all of the excitement, all of the joy and enthusiasm for that program. Now, one of the ways in which we are going about making this happen is through a grant. Someone gave us French Harris actually gave us a $25,000 matching grant. And so here's where we're at today. We have raised $24,565. We have $435 to go. If you'd like to make a donation, I didn't put the QR code. You can just use our QR code to make a donation to the love offering. Hopefully we'll get to that point because that raises $50,000 for our youth program. Thank you so much for all of those who have donated. We're going to have more on that a little bit later, but we're so close. Can you feel it? All right, that energy is just flowing from us, the energy of spirit, the prospering energy of spirit as we give as source. Right, Joe? Yes. The next slide, please. Our model for ministry here is we have a membership model that welcomes everyone. Of course, you're always welcome here at Unity Palo Alto. And if you'd like to become a member, we invite you to first take the step of becoming a community member. A community member is we just say, yes, that this is our spiritual home, that I am here to learn and to grow and to soak it up and to be a part of this wonderful spiritual community. And if you'd like to become a spiritual, and then after that, you can also become a voting member. And voting members are partners in ministry. We are all partners in this experience called Unity Palo Alto, and our voting members help us with voting, help us understanding where we're spending our money, and do all of the business of our nonprofit. So that's our path, and coming up on the next slide, we'll see that our community member orientation is on Sunday, August 18th from 11:30 to, that should say 1 o'clock, not 2 o'clock. Sorry about that. It's only an hour and a half. So 11:30 to 1 o'clock is our community member orientation with me. It's in the Learning Center, and it's also online. And I will give you a little bit about what Unity Palo Alto is about, a little bit about our history, a little bit about Unity. We'll talk about the 5 principles, and then we'll talk about what's alive in you and answer any questions that you might have about what Unity Palo Alto is all about. And then after that, we present you to the congregation. You can fill out an application and become a community member. So that is on Sunday, August 18th, from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Thank you. Next slide, please. That's right. So as you may remember, our board meetings we alternate each month, and tomorrow is our Board of Trustees business meeting. So if you'd like to join us and see how the board puts our principles into action, it's a wonderful opportunity. It's from 6:30 to 8 o'clock in the Learning Center and also on Zoom. You can get all of that information online. And then our next month will be our next Envision with the Board of Trustees meeting. Thank you, Ethan. Now, I think that's the last slide. Is that correct? Before I go, I have here our prayer shawl. Thank you all for infusing it with your energy and your love. So let's just do that again right now. Let's take this moment to bless this shawl. As we bless this, we fill it with our love. We fill it with our energy, knowing that this is simply a representation of divine love that flows effortlessly in and through every person and every individual. And it reminds us that we are one with the allness of life. We fill this energy, this shawl with our love, knowing that it is going to support and comfort Joe's mom. What's your mom's name? Merced. To comfort Merced, we hold Merced in our heart and in our prayers, knowing that divine love is doing its perfect work in Merced. We also know that divine love is doing its perfect work in this very moment through Joe Angelis, as she takes her next step on becoming a minister, her next step in ministry as she moves to the Philippines to be that loving presence, not only for her mom, but for unity of the Philippines, to be that licensed teacher, that sharer of light with them. And so, Joe, I'd like you to stand up. We're going to bless you again, because why not? Because we love to bless. So, if you'll please get your love ready. Feel that love emanating from your heart as we bless Joe together. Joe, we love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I behold the light in you. And so it is. That concludes my center update. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend John. Thank you, everyone, for that blessing and for blessing that prayer shawl for my mom. That means a lot. I'm taking a lot of you home. So thank you for that. And the fun thing about our community, not just with all the exciting center update that Reverend John is doing, every Sunday there's something beyond we do here during service that we do outside of the service. Like today, we're going to have, it's the third Sunday of the month, so we're going to have your Write Your Story, and that will be at 11:30 today on Zoom. It's a group-led experience where members get to write your own life stories, and I think it's inspired by Reverend John's mom. The book, I think, Color Me Beautiful, or Color My Day Beautiful. So if you're into writing or if you want to join a writing group, this is a perfect opportunity to do that. And then on the fourth Sunday of every month, we get to have your bring your own lunch brunch. That was a tongue twister. And it's all, of course, led by our own lovely June Riley. Yay! So after service, if you bring your own lunch, or you can get some food from the hospitality team over there, and then you get to sit around, connect with people, get to know them, and don't worry, June is genius in coming up with prompts and icebreakers. So it isn't just you're just looking at each other and that's it. And if you want more of information about all of these, you can check out our website at unitypaloalto.org. And of course, you can also check out our socials. I think we have all of them. And then, as you can see, there's so many ways to connect with all of us. And because of that, we are indeed the good news here at Unity Palo Alto. Yes? Okay. And if this is your first time here at Unity Palo Alto, or if you've been back from a long absence, we actually would like to celebrate you and welcome you by donating $5 to your favorite charity. Every second Sunday of the month, we actually do a Sharing Our Abundance. We give about $500 to a nonprofit in the Bay Area that provides for the safety net. And if you want to do that, there is a Connect card in the pew in front of you. You can scan the QR code, or you can just simply bring that card to the bookstore. So then we'll send you an email and asking you, like, hey, which charity would you wish us to donate to? And then I would like to ask our prayer chaplains who are serving today to please stand. Thank you, Sarah Ann. Thank you, Karen, for serving our community in prayer today. So if you are in need of prayer, you can approach Karen or Sarah Ann, and they will lovingly hold sacred space with you, lovingly listen to you, whether it's a celebration or a prayer request, and then hold that affirmatively after prayer. So thank you so much to both of you for serving our community in this way. And now I will also ask you to stand and sing our song of peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful week.
Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. We made it. We don't need a